Well, good evening. Welcome to the DBS Sports. I am Kenson Casimir. Lots to catch up on. So we begin tonight with school sports. The local organizing committee for the highly anticipated Windward Island School Games held a roadshow on Saturday, July 14, 2018. The roadshow was held to sensitize the populace on the dynamics of the games being held in the south of the island this year. Thousands of flyers were distributed to communities around the island with information about the dates and venues for the various sporting disciplines. The musical truck moved from Ancillary all around to Richford in the Mabia Valley as the information was passed on. The roadshow ended with a well-received performance from Servants and Mighty. The 2018 Games gets underway this Sunday, 22nd July 2018, at the George Odlum Stadium with a track and field event and a grand opening ceremony featuring five-time Groovy King Arthur and the Evolution Band. Wow, sounds nice. Masha are the first ever champions of the SLFA Coca-Cola Island Cup. A team from the capital of Castries defeated the Mabia Valley on a Saturday night at the Masha grounds. Prolific striker Andres Remy got things going early for Masha as he found the back of the net in the third minute. The Valley, who travelled with lots of support, equalized through their prolific striker Vernon Bolo Abbott in the 16th minute. 5 minutes later, Lamar George would put the home team in front as the teams went into the dressing room with Masha leading 2-1. The second half saw more aggressive play from the home team. Skillful player Lincoln Phillip registered a brace with goals in the 67th and 88th minute to put some headway between the two teams. The Mabia Valley would, however, find another goal through Julius Luisi in the 90th minute. As a result, Masha went on to lift the highly coveted cup with this 4-2 victory. Of course, congratulations to Team Masha. Well, in the third place, Vieux-Fort scored 4 times to get past Grosley to finish third in the competition. The Windward Islands under-17 cricket team went down narrowly by 2 wickets in the penultimate ball of the final over of the Leeward Islands game as the CWI Regional Under-17 cricket tournament continued. In the third round, the match played on Saturday, July 14th. The Windward Islands batting first in a game reduced to 28 overs aside due to the late start, made 146 for 9 in their allotted overs. Keegan Arnold, he top scored with 37, Gavin Serie 23, Dominic O'Gee 17, Jahil Walters 12, and 11 each to Teddy Bishop and Jamie Buddy. The leading wicket takers for the Leewards were T. Tong with 3 wickets and 2 each to A. Fernandez and J. Francis. In reply, Leewards finished on 150 for 8 in 27.5 overs, with J. Africa making 48 and D. Benter 39. The wicket takers for the Windwards were Keegan Arnold again with 3 for 26 in 6 overs and 1 wicket each to Ethan Docktrop, Jamie Buddy and Akim O'Gees. The previous game between the Windward Islands and Barbados on the Thursday, July 12th was abandoned without a ball being bowled. Now, in another match, the Windward Islands under-17 cricket team went down by 187 runs to host Trinidad and Tobago as the CWI Regional Under-17 cricket tournament continued. On Monday, July 16th at the Brian Lara Academy, Trinidad and Tobago batting first made 259 for 7 in their allotted 50 overs. Gomez made 66 not out, and A. Gomez, he made 49. Bowling for the Windward Islands, keeper Simeon Gerson, he took 2 for 29 in 10 overs. Kiganano, 2 for 30 in 10 overs, and 1 wicket each to Tyron Charles and Tyron Theodore. In reply, the Windward Islands, they were dismissed for just 72 in 25.3 overs, with Hope making 30 and Jet Joseph 13. The main wicket takers for Trinidad and Tobago were N. Ali with 4 for 25 in 6 overs and J. Sales with 3 for 5 in 6 overs. The Windward Islands played their final game of the tournament on Tuesday. They played that game on Tuesday, that was yesterday. The Windward Islands under-17 cricket team, they ended the 2018 CWI Regional Cricket Tournament on a winning note. On Tuesday, as we just said, they defeated Jamaica by 87 runs at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Batting first, they made 192 for 7 with Lee Solomon top scoring with 52. Other contributors were Akim O'Gees with 41, Keegan Arnold 30 not out, and Michael Riviere 22. In reply, Jamaica could only muster 109, with Dominic O'Gees taking 2 for 14, Akim O'Gees 2 for 17, Seaman Gerson 2 for 27. They were the pick of the bowlers. There was 1 wicket each for Gavin Serie and Keegan Arnold. Wow. Well, meanwhile, Jason Holder completed Bangladesh's devastation with career best match figures of 11 for 103 as West Indies countered to a 2-0 series win, their first win at home since 2014. Holder, who took 5 for 44 in the first innings, followed up with a 6 for 59 as Bangladesh folded for 168 in the second innings. That was also the highest score in the 4 innings of the series. Scores in this match: West Indies batting first, they got to 354 all out. Craig Brathwaite, he top scored with 110. Hetmeyer, he contributed 86. Mahidi took 5 for 93. Jayed 3 for 48. In response, Bangladesh were bowled out for just 149. Tamim, he top scored with 47. Shakib 42. Holder took 5 for 44. Batting the second time, West Indies were bowled out for just 129 with Roston Chase top scoring with 42. Shakib, he took 6 for 43. Needing over 300 to win, Bangladesh were bowled out for just 168. Shakib top scored with 54. Litton 33. Holder, he took 6 for 59. So West Indies, they won by 166 runs. Wow. Well, we take a break, but when we get back, Miku Secondary and Soufriere Comprehensive struggle in regional netball. Welcome back. Well, the inaugural America's Federation of Netball Association after Champion of Champions Schools Netball Tournament got underway last weekend. Miku Secondary and the Soufriere Comprehensive are representing 758 at the event. The two St. Lucian teams have found the going tough, to say the least. Dominica State College recorded a close 39, in fact a 29-27 win over Miku Secondary, while Soufriere Comprehensive lost to Anglican High 26-41. Miku Secondary then lost to Scarborough Secondary 20-35, while Foundation defeated Miku Secondary 41-16. The final result, hitting our desk, Soufriere Comprehensive lost to Excelsior High 66-41. Wow, talk about tough going for our team so far. Well, we do have some other results for you, but we will look at some other news developing right now, and we will take a look at what happened with West Indies legend Brian Lara. He spoke to the point that the performance of the West Indies B squad in the recently concluded Global T20 Canada tournament is a good indicator of the growing strength of the regional team. West Indies B was soundly defeated in the final of the inaugural tournament on Sunday after Chris Gayle, captain Vancouver Knights, registered a 7-wicket win to lift the trophy at King City. Despite the defeat, the Windies squad, which consisted of mostly fringe and youth players, earned plenty of plaudits for their performance throughout the tournament. Lara, widely considered the best batsman to have ever lived, listed himself among those heaping praise on the squad. It has been outstanding to see the outstanding play, to see the performances of the teams, he said. Not many were expecting to see the West Indies B team in the final, but I think it just shows the strength of the West Indies cricket at the moment, Lara said ahead of the final. Well, the A team is in England, the international team is playing in the Caribbean, so these are guys that are good first-class cricketers, but not in the reckoning for the first 20 or 30 players in the West Indies, he added. The West Indies B team, who lost twice during the 6-team tournament, were the only team to defeat the champion Vancouver Knights. Well, in further cricket news, Andre Russell and Chris Gayle have been selected to bolster up the West Indies squad to face Bangladesh in the first 3 one-day internationals. The first match has been scheduled for Guyana on July 22nd. Head coach Stuart Law indicated that this is a start of the team's preparation for the 2019 Cricket World Cup. It also is an opportunity for players to stake a claim to be included in the squad. Meanwhile, Kemar Roach will be rested for the upcoming series. Well, finally, if you missed it, France, they won the FIFA World Cup for the second time by overcoming Croatia's bold challenge in a thrilling final in Moscow's Luzhniki Stadium. Didier Deschamps' side repeated the success on home soil at France 98 by a margin that hardly looked possible as Croatia stood toe-to-toe with the favourites for an hour of the game. France's victory meant that Deschamps, who captained them 20 years ago, became just the third man to win the competition as a player and a coach. Croatia also felt their luck deserted them, but ultimately France ran out victorious to erase the memories of their loss to Portugal in the Euro 2016 final in Paris. So sad. Well, that's sports. Let's take a look at the weather. DBS News continues after the break.